Does this guy look like you? Are you having a hard time getting a nice burr on your card scrapers? Well, I'm going to show you a really nice method to allow you to get a nice burr on your card scraper in no time flat. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is find a block of wood that is almost as thick as your card scrapers are wide. And you also need to make sure that your block of wood is longer than your longest card scraper that you're going to be using for the sharpening. At the bandsaw, create a curve in the block of wood that almost extends from end to end. Go ahead and place your card scraper in the curve in the block of wood so that it extends out the top of the block of wood by about a 32nd of an inch. Once you have your card scraper in position, go ahead and place a clamp on the block of wood towards the open part of the curve and clamp it down. I have a 1000 grit water stone on my bench, and all I'm going to do is take the card scraper, which is in the block of wood, and clamp securely, and I'm just going to move it back and forth over top of the water stone. Now I've switched to a 4000 grit water stone, and I'll just go ahead and repeat the process. Now what I need to do is go ahead and knock off any burr that was created in the process of flattening this edge, and I'll do that at my 4000 grit water stone. The next part of the process involves using a burnisher. And what we'll do is we'll push the metal out towards the edge of the card scraper, and then we'll take that metal and we'll fold it over to form the hook. I went ahead and sprayed my burnisher with just a little bit of WD-40, and that helps the burnisher slide over the top of the card scraper a little easier. With the card scraper back in the block of wood, we'll go ahead and fold the metal over to form the hook. And we'll do that with a burnisher, and what I'm going to do is tilt the burnisher to about 6 degrees. You should be able to feel a slight hook on your card scraper. I like to use these cam style clamps when I'm card scraping, and if you've yet to make a set of these, visit my website at garagewoodworks.com to find out more information. Now at this point, if you were making sawdust instead of nice shavings, you might want to go back and redo the sharpening process. After your scraper becomes too dull from use, you can go back and take your burnisher and refold over the metal probably 2 or 3 more times before the metal becomes too brittle. Once you've taken the time to sharpen all of your card scrapers, you might want to make something like this to prevent them from knocking into each other and becoming dull. What I did was I took a block of wood and ran some table saw curves down the length of the board, and what this allows me to do is to store my card scrapers so that they don't knock into each other. Well, that's all I've got. I hope you've at least found this halfway informative, and maybe you'll give it a shot.